Salut tout le monde! Bienvenue sur la chaîne QC Programmers. Aujourd'hui, sur Red Dead Redemption, nous sommes. Je sais pas si ça fonctionne. Ouais, ok. Parce que c'est ça. Parce que c'est amazing. Puis comme vous pouvez voir le titre, euh, que c'est un movie. C'est carrément un film quand tu regardes, tu joues à ce jeu-là. Là. Il y a juste le shooting que je trouve bizarre personnellement. Je suis pas habitué à un shooting dans ce style-là. J'avais joué au premier. Je me rappelle plus si c'était de même le shooting probablement, mais c'est ça, puis ça fait longtemps, puis j'ai joué mais vraiment pas beaucoup au premier, là, parce que dans ce temps-là, j'étais vraiment juste Call of Duty là, quasiment. Mais j'ai le premier sur le PlayStation 3. Puis, ce que je voulais dire, pourquoi il n'y a pas juste modifier le titre de la vidéo, parce que moi j'ai un petit truc, puis je vous dis, ça sera pas un live extrêmement long, fait que ça va être genre 50 minutes environ. Je suppose que je suis en live. Non, pas vraiment, mais pour mettre mon histoire, me partager mon expérience du jeu euh, le plus possible. Fait que là, je suis rendu au chapitre 3. Ça dit 23% de la story. C'est ça, chapitre 3, hein. Chapter 3. Je sais pas il y a combien de chapitres, j'en ai aucune idée.
Oh, lake of them? Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there, oh, there was us.
The curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur.
More Charles than me.
It's like I can breathe again, thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. But what a life we have lived, how well we have fought, especially both of you.
I hope so.
But now, when things are desperate, we have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. Where we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile, especially in the local town. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble. But start turning over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day.
J'adore le train, j'adore le train de chemin de fer. Je sais pas
Looks
pourquoi,
like
mais
law up ahead. Play it cool. Yeah.
je sais pas pourquoi, mais ça me fait trouver.
Whoa.
Boo! Hello, gentlemen.
Well, look what the cat drug in.
I seem to have gotten myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't sort this out. How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy Archibald McGregor.
It is good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur.
Chase wanted man.
And take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on, big guy.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish magician.
Let's go after that train! And do not shoot them, you hear me? Come on, hurry!
All right.
Come on, we're losing them!
Will you relax? We're not losing them.
Hurry up, David! Faster, come on! What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please! My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. Looks like the son of a bitch is gonna make me. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No! Did I not say that?
You said plenty.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here! Idiot! Now get after the others, come on! The train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. Get to the side of the train. Yeah! See the flat carriage? Head for that. Get us as close as you can. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother.
You are something else. You cop bastard. I didn't do nothing. Arrest me now. Get the hell off.
Come on! You stop them, I'll stop the train.
You're only making it worse.
Je suis vraiment dedans, là, je fais beaucoup. Là. Enjoy!
Come on,
Ça, je parle pas, ça me dérange pas trop.
Go on, don't lose them.
Ben là, c'est bien.
bastard! Damn bastard! Get the hell away from me!
Gonna be dead!
Ah, j'ai mal au... Ah, main, what the hell?
Mr. Callahan, I'm relying on you.
Ouais, calme-toi. Hey, c'est de coupe longueuil!
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train.
It's just us then, lawman. Come here. Do we need to bother? Let me go. Can't do that. I sure ain't gonna beat you more, ugly. You sure? You sure?
Sadly so. Need some gin? Come on. I'm right out here if you need me. Captain isn't my lead. You not kill him. Come on. Come on. Hello? Is everything all right in there?
Well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Just about.
Bring him out here.
Deputy,
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on. A fine job, well done. And a pat on the back for me for stopping the train. Load Anders onto the back of your horse there, and we'll take him to Sheriff Gray. There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Road, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, we just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
We're gonna bear left here.
Je regarde même pas. Je comprends pourquoi il prend fucking de place. C'est débile. La grosseur de la map. Pis le stock qu'il y a, là, c'est nice.
Whoa. Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Very little. Oh, good, they're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
Hey, fellas.
Chop, chop. Don't just leave him slumped on there for the whole town to see. Bring him in so we can show Sheriff Gray. Mr. Gray! We got him.
Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around,
And where you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, and falling out over rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying. And
Arthur,
that's
Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents or some such.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, so these two
Je dis, on dirait vraiment un film.
Arthur,
Tu peux mettre ça de même, c'est sûr.
sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Sure, why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? Kinda like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
Love this weather. Brings the ladies out with a flush.
I'd rather have the sun than the clouds.
Ouais, c'est ça.
So, here we are. I saw a picture of this city back east. They got these buildings.
All right, gentlemen. Follow me.
Man told me.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still. And it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different pipe. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Where is this spot, Hosea? Timbuktu?
Not too much farther. Anyway, you two never told me properly about that business with Cornwall in Valentine. What happened there? Apart from scaring the living daylights out of Mr. Strauss.
That was about the only upside. John and I didn't even have time to get paid for the sheep we rustled.
It is safe to say Mr. Cornwall isn't a man to let bygones be bygones.
Ambushed us in the saloon. He came with a lot of guards and what seemed like just about every lawman in the county.
We've had closer shaves, but not that many.
And if Cornwall found us, the Pinkertons couldn't have been far behind.
They found me when I was fishing with Jack, remember?
Listen, it was good we moved when we did, but that mess is behind us now.
Yes. Jack told me you were a good teacher when you took him fishing. I said he must have you confused with someone else.
Very funny. So, you're going back to see that Sheriff Gregg?
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
I ask you a question.
Whoa.
I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water.
I'm moving up.
Go on.
Yes, over there on the shore. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on. All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
Oh, I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah. On a l'eau pour la première fois.
You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do, too. Get us a bit deeper.
C'est comme un jeton. Il aurait pu sortir par contre sur ça. C'est un peu idiot.
I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with a good old worm?
Oh, worms are... good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass. But you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Are you trying to make your lure look like a dead fish? They won't be interested if it ain't moving.
There, hooked him.
Got a bite. Ha! Got ya! Shit! Got away.
That's on the hook, Arthur.
Ah!
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river. Southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. Got him? Hey, Hosea. You remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. You do. He was maybe 20. 21. Walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast. Toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
Nice, you hooked him.
I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Got one. Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes.
Nicely done, Arthur.
Et encore combien de
Did I
temps
ever
faut que je
tell
fasse?
you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
Got a nibble there, Arthur?
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says, wait till the taters is done.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait till the taters
It
was
was
done.
done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait
Till the day was done. Next time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wish to God I'd
They
passed
passed her by. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wish to God
Got
I'd
passed her by.
Taters got burned, and so did
They
I.
die.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. 3 mariners.
Ah, of course.
Well, we three poor mariners who
Nearly come from the sea. Spend a life in jeopardy while others live at seas.
shall we go dance the
And round and round and round and round and round.
And he that is a bully
Pass
boy,
away.
come pledge me on this ground, ground. We care not for the martial men that do our states disdain, but we care for the merchant men that do our states maintain. To them we dance it round, round, and he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, 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 ground.
What the hell?
Oh, bravo! Bravo! Well, you know, we should not let the folks back at camp think that we've had too much fun.
Indeed not.
Checkez-moi l'eau, c'est bien fait.
All right. I think I mean, we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine.
C'est sûr que le monsieur va mourir.
This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Dutch, je sais aussi qu'il meurt éventuellement. Je sais pas. Je ne connais pas.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
J'ai rien regardé, fait que moi je guess que c'est ça.
Arthur, how you been? I've been real worried.
What do you want?
Don't be like that. Just a few.
That's fine. I get the gist.
Well, sorry for boring you.
Ah, Herr Morgan.
Herr Strauss.
How
Ça
are
donnerait
you
rien
enjoying
que
yourself
Zeppedan.
here?
Well enough, I guess. And you?
Well, it turns out the pursuit of freedom is not a cheap business. Not for us, and not for some of the locals.
Shocking already.
I prefer to call it banking.
You ain't the one handing out the beatings.
No, but I am the one feeding the women and children in the camp. What choice do we have, Mr. Morgan?
I don't know. Well, come on then. Tell me who.
Here's the list. Refinery worker turned hunter by the name of Vinton Holmes. You'll find him up in the hills north of Strawberry. Ah, an apprentice undertaker. This one working in Rose. His name was Gwen Hughes.
And how many of them do you think will be able to pay?
With enough encouragement, both of them.
Round and round, round and round. Les autres affaires sont... Tabarnak, c'est loin ça. Parce que j'ai un bounty de 300 ce matin. Blackwater wanted dead or alive. J'ai pas mal de la map, mais regardez ça, tiens. Sans que, tu vois, on fait ça de même. C'est vrai ça. Tu sais, c'est quand même énorme, là, tout ça. Si j'arrive, je fais ça. J'arrive à la même distance. Ici, il me reste à débloquer. Ici, il me reste. Tabarnak, le trip. C'est tout ça, là, à aller encore, là. C'est débile. Bon. Ça fait combien de temps que je suis en l'air? C'est pas. Je l'ai dit, ce sera pas un gros live. Ok, je vais voir, je vais me promener dans le campement. Il y a quelque chose là. Il y a un point d'exclamation dessus. C'est quoi ça fait? Je sais pas, en tout cas. vais faire ça, je vais voir si ça pousse, j'imagine. Changer. Changer d'habit, faire différent. Chose. Ça. Oh, c'est quoi? Ok, tu peux custom ton outfit dans le fond. Sors toutes les chapeaux à part genre ces deux-là, tu sais. Ça, hein. Évidemment, c'est pas laid. Bon, ben, je pense que ça va être ça. Il y en a une autre vue, nouvelle vue ici. On peut pêcher parfaitement à côté. C'est un bon spot, ça. Regardez le coucher de soleil. Regarde. Ah, c'est débile. Je trippe ce jeu-là. Sans exagérer, là, mettons, hein, des jeux de la dernière, de cette année, peut-être avec une partie de 2017. Un top 3. Mettons. Comment je vais dire ça? Attends, qu'est-ce que j'ai en tête comme jeu? Je sais plus ce que j'ai acheté. Un top 3, mettons. J'essaie de voir de quoi. Je dois avoir toutes les vidéos, hein, les jeux que j'aime bien sur ma chaîne. 51 vues. C'est un des lives cette semaine, what the hell. Ok, je regarde ça là. J'ai 14, j'ai fait 14 lives dans les 3 dernières semaines. Pas fait. Puis aucune autre vidéo. Jeudi, cette semaine, il devrait avoir. Vous avez vu tout le coucher de soleil. C'est sûr, c'est tout le temps est un petit peu plus vite là, dans un jeu. Hein. Le jeudi, la semaine prochaine, je vais faire un pack. Ben, il va y avoir plusieurs parties. Je vais juste checker combien de parties je faisais déjà pour Star Wars. C'est trop. 4 parties. Il va y avoir 4 parties d'un pack opening de Star Wars. Ça va être Across the Galaxy. Star Wars Destiny Across the Galaxy, un jeu de cartes. Si vous ne connaissez pas, je vous conseille. Je vous conseille le jeu. Là. Le jeu de cartes, c'est cœur, hein, c'est vraiment bon. Il va y avoir 4 parties de ça, éventuellement des parties de Lightseekers, puis ma fête arrive, fait que je vais avoir des cadeaux, fait que je vais pouvoir en faire des affaires. Des vidéos là-dessus, montrer ce que j'ai eu ou si c'est des affaires à ouvrir, ben faire des openings. Puis c'est ça. Puis dans le fond, ouais, le top des jeux genre des dernières de 2000. Quand il est sorti après God of War? En tout cas, euh, ça j'ai un top 3. Top 3. Les jeux sont sortis que j'ai bien aimé dans 2017-2018. Hmm, top 3. J'ai pas le choix de faire ce top 3 là. C'est en troisième place, je dirais Spider-Man.
Excuse me, you listen to me
ain't got ideas above my station. I just ain't doing that no more.
We all of us have to sing for our supper, miss.
Sure, and singing's fine, but I'm done with that. And if you want me to leave, then that's fine too.
Well, I suppose
Ok.
we can discuss the matter with Dutch.
Je dirais
Goddamn
Spider-Man en troisième. T'es écœurant comme jeu. Mais dans le top 3 que je vais dire, je pense que c'est le troisième. Red Dead Redemption en deuxième. Puis God of War en premier. God of War, là, j'ai trippé ça, j'ai pas encore fini. Red Dead Redemption. Spider-Man, je l'ai fini. God of War, je l'ai fini. Mais. Attends, je dirais Spider-Man troisième. Red Dead Redemption deuxième. God of War premier. Attends, c'est les trois jeux que j'ai en tête qui ont comme une bonne campagne là, à date. Là. Qu'est-ce que j'ai d'autre? Un code, tu sais, ça reste un code. Là, c'est pas. C'est bon. J'ai du fun à jouer un code. Mais. C'est pas dans mes tops, mettons. Je dirais quatrième Destiny 2, mettons. Non, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Après ça, Destiny 2. Je te parle pas des jeux de tous les temps, je te parle des 2 dernières années. 2 ans, 2 ans et demi. Les 2 dernières années. C'est pas mal ça que j'ai que j'ai joué. Pourquoi ça veut pas aller plus loin que ça? Black Wake. Pas beaucoup de monde connaît cela. J'avais bien aimé. Un peu comme... C'est quoi le nom? Un jeu de genre de pirate bateau. T'es sur un bateau, pis là t'as un crew, pis là il y a quelqu'un qui dirige le bateau. Puis le capitaine.
Hey.
Puis puis toi t'es un crew, fait qu'il y a des canons, faut tirer les ennemis, pis tout. C'est pas des boats, c'est vraiment d'autres personnes. C'est vraiment cool. C'est ça. Oh, ben Mortal Kombat X. 10. X, c'est 10, je pense. Si je me trompe pas. Fait que c'est ça. C'est pas mal ça les jeux que j'aime bien. Là. Fait que je dirais. Oh, on va faire un top 5 maintenant. Mortal Kombat X. Non, 6. Un top 6. Mortal Kombat X. Destiny 2. Ça, c'est tout du 6ème au premier, ok? Mortal Kombat X, encore une fois. Star Wars Destiny 2. Destiny 2. Star Wars Destiny 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Parce que j'ai le jeu de cartes en tête là. Destiny 2. Destiny 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption. Puis God of War. Pas. Je sais que le monde s'en fout un peu peut-être des tops, mais c'est pas. Donc là, vous abonner, partager, liker. Je suis pas sûr qu'en fait, je vais faire des lives sur quoi que ce soit. Je vais peut-être faire un duel de Lightseekers, une vidéo sur un duel de Lightseekers parce que ça fait un petit bout que je n'ai pas fait de duel de Lightseekers, on va voir. Le dernier j'ai fait duel de Lightseekers en vidéo. Ça fait pratiquement 2 mois de ça. Sinon le dernier duel que j'ai fait, ça fait pas de temps longtemps, ça fait 3 semaines. C'était de Star Wars Destiny. Puis je vous invite à aller voir toutes les autres vidéos. Promenez-vous dans mes vidéos, j'ai plein de vidéos, j'ai plein de live. C'est sûr qu'un live c'est un petit peu moins intéressant à regarder quand c'est plus en live. Mais ça reste du gameplay. C'est juste au lieu de tout le temps peser sur le bouton share pour enregistrer des vidéos. Ben je fais un live, fait que tout est enregistré d'une shot. Fait que c'est ça. Abonnez-vous, partagez, likez. Merci. À la prochaine. Peace. Abonnez-vous.